a W 470 mm by 105 kilogram per meter beam of 12 mm web thickness is spliced near the support using the 15 mm thick connector plate welded to part B and bolted using a 20 mm diameter A325 bolt to point A. Okay, so didi nakakuan daw, naka-weld, tas didi naka-bolt. Ang papakiana aton, calculate the shear load on the critical bolt at section A of the splice if P is equal to 200 kilonewton. Kung yung pabili niya is the shear load only. Okay? So how do we do that? Madali lang pagbiling it shear load, di ba? That's only P over the number of bolts. Madali lang, di ba? Okay. Di ba may dani mo mga bolts na sugad. Tapos add mo force P at a certain eccentricity. Di ba? And the equivalent force system of this is, say, for example, if this is the centroid, equivalent force system niya is may niya P dida, tapos may niya, of course, may niya torsion. Di ba? May niya torque. Okay, this is the P and may niya torque. The torque is equal to P times the eccentricity. So it's as if waray na in here. Okay? This is the equivalent force system of that, this one. Okay, ang pinakikaanan number 1 is the shear load, di ba, in kilonewton on the critical bolt at section A. So, critical bolt natin, di ba, I already have explained to you that the critical bolt here is this bolt or this one. Di ba? Anyway, ang pakianala kasi number 1 is the shear load lang. The shear load on all of the bolts are the same. Kasi if you're trying to solve for the shear load lang, that's just the P over the number of bolts. And that is, pipareto nga bolts. There are 8. This is your shear force. Shear is equal to the P over the number of bolts. What's the value of your P? P is equal to 200 kilonewton. 200 over, this is in kilonewton. There are 8 bolts. 25. The answer is 25. Ano naman is to calculate the torsional load. Actually, torsional load is also a shear load. Gihap ito niya. Parang shear stress gihap ito niya kalalabasan. Pero torsional load specifically due to the torque. Okay? Torsional load on the critical bolt at section A if P is equal to 200 kilonewton. So how do we do this? Di ba? Para nakitaan torsional load, or we denote it as V na lang kasi it's actually shear malagyap ito niya due to the torque, VT na lang. Okay? VT torsional load yung papabiling ha. VT, okay, your torsional load has two component. Kaya ano duduha, di ba? Okay, ang pinaka-critical is this one and this one. Yung mapili palabisan hain. Hindi na lahabaw-baw. Okay. Now, due to the force P, may ma-react ini kadto. Aman niya naton V, di ba? Tapos, due to the torque, may niya X and Y component. Diba? May niya X and Y component. Kukuhaon tala na yung X and Y component, then later, kukuhaon natin ang iya ang pinaka-force na talaga due to the torque. Okay? So, let's kukuhaon natin ang VTX. Okay, for the sake of discussion, let's denote this as VTX and VTY. So the shear due to the torsion at X, the shear due to the torsion at Y. The shear in the Y direction. Okay, this is your torque, ha? So your VTX, this is equal to, how do we do this? VTX, ibig sabihin ini nga force, di ba? VTX. Tapos ang VTY naman, tipakadhabaw-baw. Nasublan natin yung VTX. So how do we do that? Ang formula natin, torque multiplied by its radius over the summation of d squared, di ba? Summation of d squared. Or that is the summation of x squared plus y squared. So this is equal to your torque. What's the value of your torque? This is, anong valuehan P? Ano ba ang P? P is equal to 200. Eccentricity is equal to 180. Asya ba? Nakabutang ba ito? E is equal to 180 is right there. 180 mm from the center of the group. So we can put it here. Your T is 200 multiplied by E. That is 200 kilonewton, ha? So 200,000. 200,000 Newton multiplied by E, which is 180. 180 here. Oh, that's your torque. Multiplied by the radius. Ano radius? The distance of the distance of the bolt nga imong ko consider, which for this case ang natin yung consider is this bolt because that's the critical bolt, di ba? The distance niya from the centroid. But since along the x nga force na natin ginbibiling, so ini nga distance iton, di ba? Ini nga distance. Perpendicular distance. And that distance is equal to peraan valuehan sige daw i-determine lanin natin. Pare pa ngayon natin iging kuan, in-identify. This is S2, di ba? S3 pala. S3, S3, S3. What's the value of S3? S3 is 80. This is 80. 80, 80. So, in distance from the centroid, ikan din hingad to dito, di ba? Asya ba? That is 80 plus 40, that is 120. So, they have your 120 all over. Yung summation of D squared. Summation of D squared. Pipirain hiyang again. That is S4, and the value of your S4 is 100. Is 100. Ibig sabihin from the centroid nga didi is 50. Ikan didi nga digihap, this is also 50. Pananglitan diri ka pa maaramit bolt ini ha. Pananglitan di ka pa maaramit centroid, I mean. Okay, nasugad. Aadan imo mga bolts. Tapos mag-assume ka this is your y axis and this is your x axis. So dito ka pa kasi maarang kunhain ano, di ba? So take note that this distance is 80, 80, 80. Tapos ini naman, this is 100. Okay. So imo input dito 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. An X and first 4 bolt are 0. 100 naman. And second 4. Okay, ang iya Y is, ang una is 240. 160 ang ikaduha. Plus 80 ang ikatulo. Ang ikapat is 0. 240, 160, 80, and 0. Frequency niya is 1. Okay. Press AC. Number 5, 3 squared. Number 5, 6 squared. Dapat may N. N plus N. The answer is 84,000. So your summation of your D squared, this is equal to 84,000. Okay? Okay, tas this is pera. Pera ba? This is equal to, you have there 200,000 multiply by 180 times 120. Okay? All over 84,000. The result is, ito here, this is in Newton, or this is equal to 51.428 kilonewton. Okay? Ito niya. Dedicated VTY. Same lang how. This is TR all over the summation of T squared. Pagkakaibala, ang imo R din is the distance na hand bolt, perpendicular distance hand bolt from the origin, from the centroid of the bolt group along the Y, along the X. Diba? The distance niya nga to hand VTY. So, pero ito niya nga distance, that is 50. Okay, so didi masaring ka din this is equal to 200,000 times 180 times 50 all over 84,000. This is equal to 200,000 times 180 times 50 divided by 84,000. Result is 21,428.6. This is in Newton, where this is equal to 21,428 or 429. This is in kilonewton. Okay, that's your VTY. So, yung papabiling due to the torsion, the force due to the torsion, write on here. This is the square root of 51.428 squared plus 21.429 squared. Okay? So your VT therefore is equal to, pera ba ito? Square root of, pera ito niya, 51.428 squared plus 21.429 squared. That is 55.83. This is in kilonewton. Any question? May pakiana? Di ba masahin la? Number 3. To calculate the critical bolt load. Masahin la pagbiling, hit critical bolt load. Take note that you just need to include in solving for the value of the force, you have to include anyan nga 25. Okay, makita ka rin 25 is upward and your VTY is also upward. So you have to add that 2. Then your VTX is to the left. Then you get the resultant, di ba? You get the resultant of these 3. So paano man ito? The resultant is just equal to the square root of, you will add the VTY and your V squared plus your VTX. Nagets niyo? Diba? Wala itong hiya. So, okay, butang natin didi. The resultant, ditohan most critical bolt, is just equal to the square root of, take note that your V and VTY, they are on the same direction. So, i-add mo, plus yung VTX mo raised to 2. Okay? So, this is equal to your V is 25. Yeah, 25 plus your VTY, that is 21.429 squared, plus your VTX. Your VTX is 51.428 squared. So, makukuha mo R. R is equal to, here, square root of 25 plus 21.429 squared plus 21.428 squared. The result is 69.2856. This is in kilonewton.